The government said landlords who operate subdivided flats without complying with new requirements will face penalties, including jail sentences. Mimosa Ngai, TVB News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. 6 police officers were today given prison terms ranging from 25 to 41 months for framing a street sleeper for drug possession and covering up surveillance cameras during an operation in 2020. The officers were earlier found guilty of perverting the course of justice. After delivering his policy address yesterday, Chief Executive Jacky Lin attended a question and answer session at the Legislative Council today. Lawmakers have tried to seek clarity over Li's proposed policy directions to buoy the city's economic development, including the northern metropolis and medical-related measures. The policy address has also set sights on building an international gold trading market in Hong Kong. The city's finance chief and treasury chief said they aim to spur activities such as gold trading, settlement and delivery, with measures to ease property market restrictions. The government said today people must provide concrete evidence in reporting cases of public housing tenancy abuse. This came after the chief executive said in his policy address that a cherished public housing resources award scheme will be implemented early next year. Mimosa Ngai reports.
The government said landlords who operate subdivided flats without complying with new requirements will face penalties, including jail sentences. Mimosa Ngai, TVB News.
The United Nations mission in southern Lebanon, UNIFIL, said an Israeli tank fired at a watchtower at one of its positions, destroying 2 cameras and damaging the tower. Last week, several countries condemned Israel for attacking the UNIFIL headquarters, causing injuries to at least 5 peacekeeping soldiers. Meanwhile, the United States has told Israel to stop bombing government and civilian buildings in Lebanon. Israel has stepped up strikes against Lebanese group Hezbollah in the south, the capital, Beirut, and elsewhere. Now speak Kareem has more. And still ahead. Welcome back. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has partially revealed his 5-point victory plan aimed at prompting Russia to end the war with his country through negotiations. He took the plan to the European Union and NATO today, pitching for a formal invitation into NATO, which Western backers have been reluctant to consider until the war ends. He then attended a NATO defense ministers' meeting. Zelensky outlined the victory plan to Ukraine's parliament yesterday without disclosing confidential elements that have been presented privately to key allies, including the United States. Tracy Furness has more. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris engaged in a combative first interview with Fox News on Wednesday. The Democratic presidential nominee's interview with Fox's Bret Baier marked her first foray onto the network, which is popular with conservative viewers. This as she looked to broaden her outreach to Republican-leaning voters with less than 3 weeks to go until the U.S. presidential election. Daniel Rao tells us more. In 2022, 159 people were killed in the South Korean capital, Seoul, during a Halloween crowd crush. A South Korean court today found the city's former police chief not guilty over the force's efforts to prevent the tragedy. The verdict by the Seoul Western District Court. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba has sent an offering to Tokyo's Yasukuni Shrine ahead of the election later this month. This has drawn criticism from South Korea, which views the shrine as a symbol of Japanese militarism in the past. And over to sports, Japanese star Shohei Ohtani launched a 3-run homer for the Los Angeles Dodgers in their 8-0 victory over the New York Nets in Game 3 of baseball's National League Championship Series. German Thomas Tuchel has been named the new England football manager, hoping to end the national team's 58-year wait for a major trophy. In sailing, Ineos Britannia is fighting back in the America's Cup final in Barcelona. And that's the news. Thank you for watching.